Alrighty, my friends. Gotta love these long flight paths. Hinterlands is a good zone. I actually remember Hinterlands being a pretty scary zone because I don't remember that there's a lot of elites, but I do remember these troll temples being quite scary to fight through. And I'm pretty sure there's like some dragonkin up here that are elite. Like, it's a cool zone. No pun intended, because I think there's ice there. But to me, I always felt like this is a pretty scary zone, honestly. Feels like a scary one to go on hardcore. I know, no dying. No dying allowed. What's up, Grima? Dying is against the rules. Alright. This guy's name is Sherlock Gnome. Well done. Good Sherlock Holmes reference. Sherlock Gnome. I've not seen that name before. How many guildies are around my level? There's a rogue. A couple rogues, a priest a little higher. Okay. Definitely people I could get a dungeon group up with at some point, probably. Alright, let's grab these quests that take us into the Badlands. I don't have a lot of quest slots, to be honest, but...
You got my attention. Watch your back.
I'll probably end up dropping a bunch of random quests that I've gotten over the last couple of streams. I am going to go grab this quest from this guy, Find Agmond. I did the prerequisites for that a while back. I think there was just a delivery for a... Bring a note to this guy for because reasons. Because I'm too lazy and I need an adventurer to go deliver my note. Why shorter streams, Grima? 1 second. Because my church job, the choir that I sing for, Easter is this Sunday. And if you've ever been involved in any church that has Easter services, it is one of the busiest weeks of the year, apart from Christmas. So, I have rehearsal tonight, which is normal. Rehearsal tomorrow night, which is not normal. Concert Friday night, which I need to conserve my voice for. And multiple services on Sunday. So, it's basically because of extra rehearsals and vocal rest preparation that I'm having to miss some streams. You smell money? Yeah, basically for money. Gotta make money singing, you know?
Here there. Off with you.
Alright. So that's a quest to go down here, right? Yes. So those are dungeon quests. I don't have to pick those quests up. Buzzard gizzards I need to get down here. Coyote fangs. Rock elemental shards. Let's see. Pretty sure there is an Alliance town area somewhere down here. Might be where one of these exclamation points is. Biggle Fuzz, Sigrun Ironhue, Luel Varietas. Maybe the town is over there or something. No, not a Vocal Leads concert. No, it is Good Friday related. It's my church job. Isn't Easter service especially long? Well, I mean, at some churches it might be. Where I sing, it's not. I don't think it's going to be especially long. I just have to go to 2 different services. I will be singing at the early service and at the normal service. So How did that meeting with the woman from the underpaid job go? Actually, a good question. I was actually wondering if anybody would ask or remember that that happened. It went better than I expected, and it was not what I was expecting. Basically, the lady I talked to, she runs a group that does concerts. It's kind of church-related, but not specifically church-related. Not like I love church gigs, but it's, if you're a singer, a lot of time church gigs are where you get the most money. And one of the other people that she used to work with, she's having problems with or something, and so she was asking me to help. So I think I'm going to get paid a little bit more than she usually pays me to help prepare for a concert later on this year. So it was good. It was good.
How are ya?
I will probably be
Watch your
helping
back. Great to meet you.
plan
See you soon.
plan a concert and potentially
What
help
can I do
run
for
some
ya?
rehearsals,
Off with you.
basically, is what it was. Alright, I need to find like the town area. How many quest slots do I have? I have not very many. What can I drop? This one here. Some of these Stranglethorn Vale quests I can pick back up. Okay, she's got that blade. Witch Doctor, yes, I can get that one back up. I can pick that one back up. Trenrek, Gadget Zan. Those are gonna lead me to. I don't want to get rid of those. Gizmo for Warlock. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this Desolus one. I'm never gonna actually do that. All right, hopefully that'll free up enough quest slots. Let's just go grab all these things. Wait, those are dungeon quests. I don't need to go grab those. Black Drake's Heart. That's an elite quest. Oh god, I'm getting chased and I don't have my pet out. I forgot to resummon my pet after going into the... on the flight path. Okay. Let me get in a clear spot. Summon. Alright, let's just start killing things, actually. Let's start killing things on the way to killing more things, so when I kill some things, I'll have enough things that I've killed to kill some more things. Yo, dog, heard you like killing things. Yeah, those are dungeon quests. I don't need to pick those up yet. This is a bit like Desolus, where we're kind of surrounded by dudes that can aggro, so I need to be careful here. Good to hear I'm not undervaluing myself, and that she didn't shoot me. Yes. Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, it'll probably turn into a gig and some rehearsals. I have a rehearsal, a first meeting and rehearsal in like a week or two, I think, going along with that meeting I had a week or so ago. I went from singer to management. Well, I don't know how much managing I'll do. It's more like organization, which is, I guess, similar. I hopefully won't have to do too much management. Hopefully I just will help pick some songs, and I might, at rehearsals, give feedback on what we can do to make the song sound better. It shouldn't be me actually having to direct anything or conduct for a concert or anything like that. Random level 55 elite carry on bird in this zone. Okay. Good warning. Thank you. That is a good warning. And I'm gonna go, as usual, since we've done easy quest today, let's go do some elite quests to start off this zone. Let's be ridiculous and try to fight some level 45 elites for a 45 elite quest. How are my hands? They're doing alright. I've been doing a little too much gaming off stream lately, but they're okay. They're not great, not terrible. I feel like ever since my Christmas break, where I was doing a lot of singing and not streaming it as much, I've been doing a little better about not wearing out my hands as much, so. Do I have any trinkets? I have 0 trinkets so far. My only empty slots, apart from, you know, my tabard and offhands, as I'm using a two-hander. I've gotten 0 trinkets so far. Oh wait, this is an elite quest, but you're not even elite mobs. Huh. Why is this an elite quest? Maybe there are some elite mobs you can fight somewhere. Get this thing. Drafting on elites for the Dragon Quest. That's weird. Is the reward for this a trinket? It is. Not very useful for me, but it would be the first trinket we would get. Let's do some drain lifing since I'm a little low on health. One of these dragons dropped you a very rare pet that you keep in the inventory. Yeah, one of the whelp dragonling summons or something like that. Yeah, I know sometimes people farm dragonlings for those rare pets, I think. It's not a trinket, it's a weapon enchantment, and it's pretty useless. Okay. Well, I'm doing it less because I want the reward and more because it's a quest that will give me experience, so... Most of the rewards I've gotten from quests lately have been pretty useless. Leather... plate... daggers, I mean, stuff that I can't use. But it's the best way to get experience, so I'm gonna do it. Would I ever want to conduct something? Conducting's never been something I've wanted to get into, really. When you take music classes in college, you usually have to do some sort of conducting class. And I did have a choral conducting. I think I only had one semester of choral conducting, and I enjoyed it. But I enjoy the performance aspect of singing and acting and stuff more than like choral conducting or anything. So if I'm ever asked to do something like that, I would probably do it, but I've never been asked apart from leading like a warm-up or a rehearsal, and it's just not something I really have very passionate or care too much about, so probably not. I'd do it, but it's like a gig that would have very little what's the word? Like motivation to pursue. There is a trinket for. There is a quest for trinket in the Badlands. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully I'll get that one eventually then. I mean, I've been going from zone to zone doing all the quests, so probably I'll probably get that. Do you view conducting as a performance too? Oh, sure. Holy crap, this guy... Hold on a second. This guy is doing crazy amounts of damage to my pet. I think conducting is a very... Just like anything that's music related, a skill that you can... That shows a lot of... skill and something you can improve. It's just not something I've ever been super interested in pursuing myself. Just do this. What's up, Flirchin? 48 months. Oh my gosh. You first subbed around the COVID times, apparently. That's 4 years, man. 4 years of subbage. So much for all the support, Flirchin. Really appreciate that. 4 stinking years. You have the best stream outro. Well done. Thank you, Vineleaf. I'm glad you like it. I like to, every once in a while, do something that incorporates my music with the stream. Only very occasionally, though, because DMCA can make that hard, and I'm lazy. Or kind of like to keep those things separate a bit. Black Drake's heart. Your heart is as black as your soul, Drake, scalding whelp. Now give me your heart so I can turn it into a trinket. Or an enchantment for my weapon. Whatever it is we're actually doing here. What is that? Requires sign of the earth. Okay, I don't think that's something I have a quest for yet. But... Huh. Interesting. We will probably eventually do something with this. I assume that is something in this zone will lead us to this quest. These guys must have very high fire resistance. He keeps resisting my immolate. I might stop trying to cast it. There's an interesting video on the conductor from the Boston Philharmonic and his interpretation of Beethoven, huh? I did watch a YouTube video talking about comparing, or there's a YouTube channel called Two Set Violin that does a lot of classical music YouTube content, and one of their videos was about what's the name of the actor who played Leonard Bernstein in, I think it was Maestro. Who's that guy? I think he's the guy who did the voice for the raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy. I forget that actor's name. Somebody will tell me in a second. Bradley Cooper, yes, thank you. And they were doing kind of a critique of his conducting, because a lot of times when non-musicians perform a role of a musician in movies, it can be done really poorly. But they were generally positive with Bradley Cooper's depiction of Leonard Bernstein in Maestro. But it was funny because they at one point tried to play along following his conducting for, I think it was like a Mahler symphony or something, and it was funny them trying to follow his slightly erratic conducting patterns. He was getting the emotion down, but the technicality of keeping precise timing for your performers to follow was less than ideal. But a video about the conductor from Boston Philharmonic and his interpretation of Beethoven would sound like something interesting I would watch. Although I wonder his interpretation of Beethoven, what? Like, there's a lot of different stuff that an orchestral conductor could have strong feelings about when it comes to conducting Beethoven, I'm sure. He does have 9 symphonies, after all, and many concerti and other random stuff. Uh-oh. There's an elite. There is an elite. Back in the day, you farmed the Earth Elementals here in Badlands to gain gold for a mount. You were around level 44 to 45 mage when you got the funds. Nice, nice. Oof, okay. So this is why this is an elite quest, because you could fight these elite guys for this quest. I probably shouldn't. I might try one because I'm out of the whelps to kill, and I am crazy like that, trying to fight even level elite mobs. It's fun. Basically, that conductor was saying that people play the 5th Symphony too slow. Okay, interesting. Play it too slow. Okay. I would say if there's one thing that conductors probably have the strongest opinions on across the board, it would be the tempo of the pieces they conduct, since that's what you have the most control over, right? How fast or slow something goes. Alright, this guy's level 44. 5,300 health. This guy's level 43. 50, so he's like 200 less health. Yeah, we're gonna give this a try. I will run if things get bad. Actually, I'm gonna let him get some aggro. Before I cast this, okay. He resisted something. Was this my corruption? Nope, it was my curse of act. Nope, it was the immolate. Is he immune to it, actually? He's immune to it. Okay. Heal some. I want to not fear here, because fearing him would make him probably aggro others. There we go. Now I got the aggro. This Death Coil worked. Good. I say I'm not going to fear him. I will Death Coil because it's short-term fear. Now I'll fear him a little bit further away.
I need to get closer.
All right. Do we aggro this other one? I hope not. Okay, we do. Okay. I'm going to dot him up a bit while I go loot. Okay. Alright, I think my pet's probably going to die, but what I'm going to do is fear this guy. Tell my pet to follow me and run. Try to keep my pet from dying. Very brave fight. I mean, if there's one class that can solo elites, I think it's got to be Warlock. If there's two classes, it's Warlock and Hunter. But Warlock is just ridiculous. It's so strong. I mean, we didn't get below like 80% health there, right? It's crazy that still didn't... Fighting an elite didn't get this quest mob. Black Drake's Heart. Earth Elementals drop some stuff that sells nicely on the auction house, huh? Okay, nice. Alright. So now I'm getting cocky and I'm gonna fight another one. I'm only doing this until I start getting some drakes I can fight, because I'd rather, or the little, whatever they're called. I guess they're called drakes, right? Okay. Basically, I want to damage him until I get aggro, then... There we go. Death Coil him again. This. Fear. Probably should be shadow bolting. I just kind of hate shadow bolting when I'm not in a group. Honestly, for elites, these guys are not too bad, because they have this cast time before they do this fire. I think I can kind of run out of it. Wow, okay. These guys just... Nobody drops these black hearts, apparently. Alright, let's go see if any of the smaller drakes have respawned. The drop rate is really low on these guys. I'm like 5% again. Well, it's not the first quest we've had with low drop rate quest rewards today. And it will not be the last. There's some less played movements for the double bass where they play a pretty fast tempo. We're talking about for Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, I guess. It's hard to play because there aren't a lot of double bass players with the skill to play that fast. Well, I don't know that I'd call it completely skill too, because double bass as an instrument is... When you have an instrument with that thick of strings, that large of a bow, it's like the physics of moving your feet faster when you're a smaller person versus moving your feet faster when you're a larger person. Like the physics of moving things like that is harder. It's just harder in general. So, sure, you'd need a lot of skill for it, but you're also... Beethoven was famous for writing things that weren't... I don't want to say easy. Things that were not very good for that instrument to play. And when I say this, I have a personal reference of this. Beethoven's Ninth Symphony has a 4-part solo soli section with soprano, alto, tenor, bass, where the soloists come in, and it's very hard. It's like it was written for like a violin part, and I'm guessing what you're talking about, Gunther, is a bass part that looks like it was more written for a violin that is more agile and easier to play. I mean, it's smaller fingerings. It's easier to move your fingers faster when it's smaller movements than large movements that a bass has to make, you know? So Beethoven was kind of famous for doing that kind of stuff. Drop rates look kind of the same from the elites as the whelps. Hard to tell with it not dropping if you're not on the quest, though. Yeah. Well, I'll probably only fight some elites when I've cleared the whelps. I don't need to be... I don't mind fighting some elites occasionally, but I don't want to only fight the elites if I can get the quest drop from non-elites. Nevertheless, it's a fun to watch. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it's a fun watch. If you got a link to it, Gunther, you can put it in chat. Might be something I check out off stream at some point. But yeah, it would make sense if there are Beethoven parts written for bass in the Fifth Symphony that are always done slower, because it's, I don't want to say unreasonable, but Beethoven was unforgiving when he wrote for any instrument. He didn't care if it was hard for your instrument or voice or whatever your musical vocation was. He didn't care if it was hard. He would write it. Well, my Voidwalker's not running out of mana, at least. But he's definitely running out of health versus these scalding whelps. Damn, dropped 4 things and none of them were my quest item. Unlucky, man. Unlucky. Are you a musician, Gunther? I feel like you or somebody else recently we were talking about music stuff. And I was assuming they were a non-musician because I just kind of assume that so much when I chat with people on Twitch, that they said they were like a professional percussionist or something. No, Julian died! They drowned! What? They drowned in Menethil Bay. Oh, what a way to go. F. They drown, and I would feel like if they drowned in Menethil Bay, it was... They were trying to do like one of those kill the ghost in the boat quests that I'm always glad I have unending breath for. That wasn't you, that was the professional percussionist? Okay. Beethoven cares not for the weakness of your flesh. That is correct. True. True. Sounds like a reference to a video game. Thrall cares not for the weakness of your will, only for the strength of your arm. Beethoven cares not. He cares not. Well, they didn't tell what happened. They didn't tell what happened. I wonder if somebody just rage quit there. You gotta tell us the story of your death. That's a Warhammer 40k reference. Oh, no wonder it sounds like a video game. Let me just heal you this way. Can I tell you attack while I'm healing you? Yeah, and I guess you get out of range. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, they died to a disconnect. That's the worst. Disconnect while swimming. Man. That's That's gotta be the worst way to go. The worst way to go has got to be your internet goes offline. That's got to be the worst, because how do you control that? Killed by Spectrum. Killed by bad Spectrum in disconnect. That's some BS. I know, that's not cool, right? That sucks. Did I get it? Black Drake's heart! We did it! Beautiful. Alright. Just turn that one in. We'll kill some wolves and stuff on the way. Comcast core. That's right. Killed by Comcast. Oh god, it's drops from these things. It's not even just kill these, it's drops. I'll be... Oh wow, invisible cats here. Okay, I didn't know about that. This is gonna be a pain. A quest with 10 drops from 3 different mobs. That's gonna suck. I can already tell this quest is gonna suck. Collecting boar asses, as the streamer I often watch likes to say. Get 12 boar asses. Sadly, 30% of boars are missing their asses. You'd probably rage cancel your subscription if that happened, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, 225 enchanting and tailoring on that tune. Wow. You know, I wouldn't... Not that it would save me from a disconnect like that, but I wouldn't spend the time upgrading crafting professions at a low level too. And that sounds like just asking to die to bullshit, honestly. Like, low-level alts with trade skills sounds like just a recipe for a bad death. Hey, okay, sometimes they drop too. Okay, that makes it a little less annoying. You found it. It's a TED Talk with Benjamin Zander. Beethoven's Fifth was supposed to be played at 108 BPM. Cool. I'll watch that eventually, probably. Thank you. Eventually, probably, maybe, probably.
What's on your mind?
Here you go.
See you soon. Watch your back.
Now, what did that give me? It gave me an enchanted weapon have a 15% chance to inflict 9 to 13 fire damage on all enemies within 3 yards. Great. I will put it on my illusionary rod. I should probably just sell the damn thing, but whatever. Since I never melee, that is going to be so useful. Alright, let's just run towards these quest turn-ins, since I just need to kill the wolves. Just run this way. Why can't Blizzard hardcore something in the game that if someone disconnects the character auto logs out? Because that would be too much work and Blizzard doesn't care. Because if you die, that means you roll another tune and are just going to be playing more WoW. And if you're paying more WoW, you are monetized for longer. So it's only good for them if you disconnect and die. That's the pessimistic demands out to get you answer. But I think the real answer is, I don't know if they can, and even if they can, feels weird to have something scripted so that you auto-log out, but I don't know. Yes, there's my explanation for MMOs. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. To at least have a visual effect. No, it doesn't. Although if it procs, it probably has a visual effect of fire happening. But there's no visual effect on my weapon that I can see. There's a bit of a rabbit hole with Benjamin Zander YouTube clips. He did a series helping students play different instruments with more feeling. Interesting. I don't watch a lot of videos that are how to get better at music or whatever, because when you go to school for it, watching YouTube videos for it often feels a little redundant, especially if it's an instrument that I don't play. Seems like something that might be more, that it might be really cool for some folks, but I feel like that'd be more interesting for people who aren't musicians who enjoy seeing the process of music creation because they don't see it that often. But maybe I'll check it out. I doubt I'll go down that rabbit hole. I go down YouTube video game rabbit holes more than I do music rabbit holes, although sometimes I do. Yeah, there's the body I'm looking for. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I need to keep an eye out for, what was it, an elite wolf or cat mob or something that wanders around Badlands? I guess to me, looking up videos about how to be a better singer is kind of like me looking up videos how to get better at FTL when I'm like, well, I don't. I'm sure there's always little things I can learn, but I do it so much in my day job that I don't really want to do it when I'm in my free time. I don't really care about more videos on how to get better at FTL because I'll only get better by doing it more and working on the few things I have issues with while doing it. With him being a conductor, trying to get the students to get the right emotion of the piece that they are playing. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, slay Agamon's killer Murderlock. And 12 other things. So that's these guys? Okay. Sounds like a master class. And yeah, that's good. That is really good musicians. And singers are especially, this is especially important for singers. If you're just singing the notes on the page, then it's a really boring performance. A lot of, there's a choral conductor that his thing that he likes to say is that 90% of a choral performance is experienced through the eyes. So basically, when the audience is watching you sing, even though they're there for the music, if you look bored, then the audience is bored. So, pretty interesting. That's, you have watching some videos about that, so that's cool. Not just playing the notes on, oh, that was supposed to be notes on the score. I was like, what's an acorn? Notes on the acorn? Who plays notes on an acorn? It's a new interesting instrument. The percussion acorn.
I'm out of range.
Part of the reason I like being a singer so much is because when I perform, I'm not just singing, I'm also acting, conveying a character, becoming whoever the, you know, person or story is in the piece that I'm performing. Like this Friday, we're doing the Messiah, and in the Messiah, a lot of the music, especially the soloist music, is them telling the story from whatever part of the Bible it's from. So I get to be an actor and try to convey sadness or happiness or joy or whatever it is. Very, very enjoyable part of performing. What's up, Pie Boy? That separates the greats from mediocre, being able to convey emotion through music. Well, I don't know that I'd say it can separates the greats from the mediocre, because there have been some amazing musicians who their weakest thing was not the sound they were making, but the message they were conveying. Like Pavarotti, Luciano Pavarotti is by many considered the greatest tenor of all time. And he was kind of notorious for being a bad actor. Like he would sing really well and he would vocally have good emotion in it, but his face conveyed no emotion, his movement conveyed very little emotion. So, sounded amazing, but when you watch his performance, it could be kind of boring or stilted or not as brilliant as it could be. A lot of people didn't care because he just sounded so good that that's what they cared about.
It's too far away.
So it kind of depends on what you value in your music. And if you're just listening to a recording, then he's some of the best singing you can listen to. But if you're watching a performance, it would be less brilliant than some other tenors. So, but I would say most of the really, really good musicians, yes, they do it all. They make the best sounds possible while also conveying that emotion in a way that the audience understands, relates with, and can enjoy. What makes Yo Ma any different from any other cellists? Well, I don't know, because I'm not a cellist, so I don't know what makes him great. I have watched some videos of him talking about music, so I'm guessing it's his passion about his music. I'm sure he's a great technical cellist as well, but I don't know enough about the cello to tell you what makes him great. I'm a singer, not a cellist, so I couldn't tell you. I feel like anybody who tells you what makes him great who's not a cellist is probably parroting things they've heard from other people who have the knowledge. It's like, you don't... The people who recognize the best at something are the people who also do it, but at a lower level. So they can understand what's truly great about what that other person is doing. So I couldn't tell you. I don't have the skill or the knowledge to tell you. I'm gonna have you go there while I take care of this guy. The more you know about a subject, the more you learn that the less you know. True experts do not consider themselves experts. There's probably some, you know, words of wisdom or something I could say about that. There was a, I saw some interview with some famous 90-year-old pianist that somebody asked them how, they had something about, you're 90 years old and you're such an amazing pianist. How do you do it? And he's like, well, I practice a lot and I think I'm getting better. Like, that's, the people who are really, really good at something don't brag about how good they are usually. They are usually the ones who say, oh man, I need to get better at this. Or I still need to improve this because I suck at this. Like, that's when you know somebody's really good at something. Not when they tell you about how good they are. When they know what they need to improve on. But when you watch them, you're like, okay, that's pretty incredible. If Pavarotti's not the greatest tenor, then who is? I mean, it's subjective. Who's the best basketball player of all time? A lot of people will say Michael Jordan, but then I think there's some people that say Wilt Chamberlain. Some people will say, you know, a LeBron James. Like, it's subjective. And especially when you're talking about art, music is art. So, my voice teacher used to say he liked using Pavarotti as an example of technical prowess. If you listen to Pavarotti's singing, anytime he sings, the sounds that he's making are perfectly in the placement he wants, supported just how he wants, in the exact vowel shape you want, with the just correct amount of ringing quality you want. Like, he found him as a technical prodigy or whatever. He didn't listen to him if he wanted to get the style right or the language right. If he was singing it in French, especially. Pavarotti was, again, notoriously bad for not being very good at singing French diction. But if you sing it in Italian, he was the perfect example of a technical master. But he would listen to Nikolai Gedda if he wanted to, who was a Swedish tenor, I believe, if he wanted to hear really good artistic interpretation of a role, or to get the Russian language exactly right, or to understand stylistically what the composer of that piece was looking for. So the greatest tenor is like saying the greatest in anything. It depends on which aspect of their performance you're critiquing, I would say. Don't forget Larry Bird. Great list of names for someone who doesn't watch sports. I know, right? Well, what's funny is I will often watch. Again, I just go down YouTube rabbit holes, and I, for some reason, have recommended videos of the greatest basketball players of all time that just come up sometimes. So I watch some videos that compares them, compares some of these people.
Watch your back. Safe travels.
Now, what am I doing? I got. Is that turn-in Stormwind or no? The turn-in is up here in Loch Lomond. Okay. Do I need to kill more wolves? I do. Some people might call a character flaw to be always searching for perfection. I mean, not if you're trying to be the best in the world at something. I would say most of these people we're talking about are always critiquing what they do. You don't become the best in the world at something without being a perfectionist at that thing, I think. Unless you have some ridiculous natural talent. You think Hollow thinks he's good at FTL? He probably does, but he also probably thinks, well, I could get a lot better at X, 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 this. I need to improve at X, this. Like, I don't watch Hollow, but I have a feeling when he plays FTL, he's talking about the things that he could do better. He probably is also raging at bad RNG, if he's anything like me. But I'm also sure he's talking about things that he could improve. The greatest tenor is better than the greatest Ninor. I don't know what that is. Worse than the greatest Elemenor. Oh, you're making a pun about numbers. Okay. Lol, I guess. Okay. It took me a second to get that pun. Last time I watched Hollow, he had a misplay counter on stream to count his mistakes. There you go. There you go. If somebody tells you how good they are at something, they are probably not nearly as good as they think they are at that thing. I remember when I worked at Music and Arts, before I started streaming, one of the other guys who worked there, I would call an amateur musician. He could kind of play the ukulele, he could kind of tinkle on the piano, he could kind of play the guitar. But I didn't consider him a musician or an instrumentalist. I considered him an amateur musician. But when people would come into the store and wanted to buy something, and he would like just play some little ditty to make it, to kind of show off the instrument, they would say things like, "Oh wow, you're so good," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I play piano, guitar, mandolin." You just start listing off the things he plays, and all I could think when he said that was like, "You barely play those things." That's maybe I'm being condescending or judgmental, but if I played the instruments that you were talking about as well as you did, I would not consider myself a good musician. Like, I don't know. Maybe that was looking down on other people, but I feel like people who are truly good at something usually don't brag about how good they are at that thing. Psychological never being good enough can take a toll on your own psyche. I'm sure it can. I mean, and you're right. You're probably right that it's not healthy. And I'm sure there are plenty of examples of people who are the best in the world at something also end up dying young because of depression. Because they think they're never good enough. Or they have real big self-esteem issues because they are never satisfied with their performance. So it's kind of one of those psychological things where it's a good mindset if you want to be the best in the world. It's a bad mindset if you want to be mentally healthy. And it's one of those things that probably goes hand in hand, that a lot of the geniuses in the world die young because of this very thing. So I can be glad that I don't have too much of a perfectionist mindset. Just a low-grade one on the certain things that I'm into. Ah, I see. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that does sell really well on the auction house. Elemental Earth, Jade, those are things that a lot of crafting skills use. I can definitely see why you'd want to farm these for gold and sell stuff on the auction house. Let's be fair, are you subjectively ever the best in the world at anything? Subjectively or objectively? Subjectively, probably never, because to be subjectively good at something is subjective. But if you mean objectively, it's hard to know, because it's hard to know how many people have lived and done that thing that you were comparing themselves to. It is a trait for the best in the world, but is it the most healthy viewpoint? Oh, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not healthy. And I'm not saying anybody should have that viewpoint. And I'm not saying it's good that the people that have that viewpoint feel that way. But that personality trait is a big part, if not the major factor in why said people are so good at the thing that they do, I would say. So, not healthy, but effective. Are there multiple places where these elementals appear? Maybe. Oh, these scrolls, I need to get her over here. Okay, I should go over there next, actually. You'd say it's impossible to know, but you're just being petty. I mean, I would say you're probably right. Like, even if you say something like, Usain Bolt was the fastest man that ever lived, which is something that a lot of people say because he still holds the world record for 100-meter dash. Was he actually the fastest man that ever lived? We don't know. Probably somebody way back before history was recorded was really good at chasing down woolly mammoths and throwing spears and was the fastest man that ever lived. But we won't know because it wasn't recorded, right? So, like, there were probably people before recorded history that could have run faster than Usain Bolt. Maybe not, because Usain Bolt had all the best training ever and has modern day, nutrition and physical fitness. But he's not running to save his life, so maybe somebody who was running to save their life was able to run faster sometime in the distant past or something. So who knows? Who knows? Alright, let me actually not finish these because I need to go get some scroll fragments and I can put some fragments here. There's a cultural thing in France where you can never get a 10 out of 10 in school no matter how good you are or how well you did on a test. It's that kind of mindset that you think would mess up a kid. True. I feel like doing that in an educational setting is probably bad. To make the child think that they can never... I think a lot of like Asian cultures do that kind of thing too, where the parent is always very hard on the child. And they do it because culturally that's what they think is the way to best help them succeed, is to have them always pushing for more. But I can definitely see how that kind of mindset and educational strategy could cause personality issues and disorders and things. So. And especially if you're into psychology, that's probably something that you study and interact with a lot, is like child development and that kind of thing. So
That's still recharging.
I can definitely see how that would be important if that's something you do in your like regular daily life that you talk about. You should be able to score 100% on a test depending on the parameters of the test. Yeah, I agree. I agree. If you get all the questions right, you should get 100%. But, you know, I also don't know what the context is for this particular thing, so... Oh, these guys drop these things. These just drop the fragments. Okay. I thought maybe I was supposed to look around for something to pick up off the ground. Okay. Mithril deposit we will get eventually. I mean, that's why there's like the whole meme of the, you know, disappointed Asian parents or whatever, right? You're a doctor? Why aren't you a doctor and a lawyer? You're a, you know, I don't know. I see videos from Asian content creators making jokes about the overly demanding, never satisfied parent or whatever. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that it's a thing that exists and is made fun of and referenced and stuff by a lot of people. So. Alright, so those shards are done. Let us heal. Everyone forgets the examiner's 5% digression if bribed enough. Alright, just bribe your teachers in France, apparently. That's how you get your high scores. Okay, and let's go. God, these guys are just pathing right on top of each other. This is annoying. I mean, I can take two, but I don't want to fight two at the same time. Oh my god, are we gonna make it 3? Okay, good, he turned around. That's right, you better turn around. You better walk away, enraged Rockham Elemental. The pursuit of perfection probably drove a lot of those kids to suicide because of their endless pursuit. Well, I mean, that's dark. And I hope that's not true. Alright, there we go. That's really, really dark. That also feels like a thing on Reddit where people sometimes overstate some things. I hope that what you're saying is not true. That's pretty dark. I think the random rock junk sells quite good. The elemental earth sell nice in AH, if you remember correctly. Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff would sell well in the auction house if I take the time to do that, which I might. I might. I have 4 inventory slots available. Apparently this was a favorite farming spot for people trying to make gold for their mounts around low 40s, I guess. Alright, nice. How many more of these do I need? Just one more? Okay, I think after I get this one, I'm gonna have to go to turn into the... I think there's a town up here, so I can get my inventory cleared out. And this is my inventory overflowing when I sent all of that random junk to my alt earlier. There's a lot of random junk in my inventory again. Well, hopefully it will turn that random junk into money soon. Why I gotta be so mad, Enraged Rock Elemental? Why I gotta be so mad? Suicide rates in Korea for school-age children is pretty high. All they're saying is that perfection may not ever be attainable. You can be satisfied with your efforts to attain it. Cool. Sounds like a healthy mindset. Sounds like a healthy mindset. I'm no psychologist, though, so I will take your word for it. Alright, let's heal you up a bit. You drop nothing. 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 Good day, sir. I wonder if the rock elementals over here drop these things. Looks like they don't. It's only these very specific enraged rock elementals, huh? I hope they respawn quickly, because this guy doesn't drop the last thing I need. Okay, alright, they're respawning decently quickly. Guess I should just be glad nobody else is farming these right now for the gold. A two-handed sword with defense skill on it. Who would even use that? Like a tanky paladin? Druids can't wear two-handed swords, and if you're a tanking warrior, you don't use a two-handed sword. Those are really weird stats. Oh, hey! Ding! 43, chat. Ding 43. Nice. Alright, we can finally start making our Voidwalker's Torment be slightly better. Alright, there we go. Very nice. At least we get one level out of today. Out of the short stream today. There are more rock elementals north, close to the Horde camp. Yeah, but I don't think they drop these lost fragments. I just fought some to the west of here, and they don't drop the fragments. I think it has to be these very specific enraged rock elementals for this quest that I'm doing. That's why I was asking. Oh wait, did I say 43? 45, yeah, it's 45, my bad. It's numbers, it's math on stream, I don't do those things. Yep, we're just bullying rocks, that's right. Come on, just drop this last thing so I can be done. Nice, cool. You like how rock is apparently vulnerable to fire. Well, if I was doing Earth Shock, I'm sure they would be immune to that, but only shamans have Earth damaged
How
spells.
are ya? See you soon. Off with you. Watch your back.
Defeat Mizrael. Summon her at the shards of Mizrael where we first spoke with her. What the hell's this?
See you soon.
Not those stone things I saw over there? No. Actually, I have no idea where this is. Alright, it's fine. I'm going to, my inventory is, like, overflowing with rocks. So let's, before I kill a bunch of, well, I might kill some coyotes on the way since I still need their teeth, but I need to make my way to the next town before I do a bunch more quests. Whoa, okay. Random running around ogres. Stay away from those guys. At least they're not elites. That is a roaming pack of 6 ogres running around. That could be a pain to deal with. Do not do that quest, lol. You mean the quest you just gave me? Where is it? Where am I? The Badlands? Solution to Doom. Can't even find where that quest is that he just gave me. You always tell me to not do any of the elite quests, and I still just do them. I like the challenge. Oh, these guys dropped those. Oh wait, no, they dropped the shards, not the fragments I would have needed, or the pages I was looking for. Summoning princess equals death. I mean, I've fought and summoned other elite quests. I'm not saying it's not death, but I'm probably still gonna try it. Does Warlock get any good AoE spells? It gets one good one and one bad one, I would say. Hellfire, or Rain of Fire is not bad. Hellfire is bad, because that damages you. So. Summoning Princess. Oh, is that Inarathi? Okay, that's level 50 elite quest. Okay. Well, I won't be doing it now. I might be doing it later, though. I might be doing that quest later. Just to prove that the doubters. But I definitely don't do it at level 45, that's for sure. I mean, I'm crazy, but not doing a level 50 elite quest at level 45 crazy. Yeah, I won't do it by myself, Rusty Shackleford, don't worry. I didn't know it was a level 50 elite quest when I was saying I would do it. I still probably will do it, but only if I have a group or I get some levels, because I still have some Stromgarde Keep elite quests to do. I did some of the elite quests, but not all of them. I need 2 more of these wolf teeth. Yes, don't worry, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. Is that the giant elite buzzard somebody was talking about earlier? No, I don't think that's elite. Oh crap, my my buff fell off.
It's too far away.
No, that's not the elite. Okay. Know a little bit about WoW. You did get a word to 60 in hardcore, and then you died in AK 20. Oh, I believe that you know. I believe you. But what I will say is that every time I get an elite quest and people say you shouldn't do that quest, often I will do it because Warlock is just that OP. Like Warlock, I mean, we were fighting even level elite dragons earlier. Like Warlock has a tools as long as I'm not stupid to at least survive. It's a rare, so it might be up. You're talking about, was it the rare you were talking about, the elite buzzard or something? I'm not like trying to brag about my World of Warcraft skills. I'm just saying that compared to most other classes, Warlock's ability to solo elites is, I mean, I've always known it's been good, but I never leveled one, so it's just kind of crazy to experience for myself how freaking OP Warlocks are solo. Zeracotl is what that mob is called. Okay. There we go. Fang's done. Alright, I do need to kill buzzards, and actually, if this one's flying around, I should get it, because they look like they're few and far between. Where did this buzzard even go? Now I can't see it. Alright. I think there's a bit of a... Wait, was that Mithril that I just saw? There's a bit of a town to the north of us. Iron. I don't care about iron so much. You never died playing Warlock? You got 1 to 45 by the time you quit. They're up there with Hunters with safety. I think they're above Hunters. Having played a Hunter in Classic but not Hardcore Classic, and having played a Warlock in Hardcore Classic. That's a little outpost. Can I at least sell here? I think Warlocks are the strongest solo class. I just think they are.
Pleased to meet you. Alrighty then. Be seeing you. Off and away.
Is there no place to sell in this zone? Maybe this Wriggle Fuzz guy over here has got somebody to sell to. This little guy doesn't let me sell to him, right?
Can I help you? Hey.
No, if you would help, you could help me if you would let me sell my crap to you. Hunters have feigned death, but it resists it when you resist and then you die. Well, yeah, and the main reason, I think Hunters are really good, and I'm not saying Warlock better than Hunter or anything, but what I think is that Warlocks have more tools to survive solo. And mainly what I'm talking about is the fear abilities. They have fear abilities, they have self-heals with health stone, summoning, life draining, life tap to get their mana back. Like they have so many skills to not run out of resources and to run away if things get bad. I mean, we got an AoE fear a couple levels ago. We got freaking death coil. Like, there's just so many skills to not die on Warlock. It's kind of insane. I always thought pre-Psychic Scream was insane, and it is. It's really good. But I have literally 3 different skills that fear my enemies on this class. That's insane, man. 3 different fear abilities. How is that balanced? And the answer is it's not. Old school WoW devs just apparently really loved Warlock, apparently. Let's see here. Anything else I want to sell? Gold ore, I want to send that stuff to my bank alt. I don't think I care about selling them Stilk and the medium leather that much. Okay, that's some good out space. I don't need the flame sacks there. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Power stones are in Oldemon, so I
Keep
don't
it
get
real.
that one.
Have a
Pearl
good one.
diving. In the Vile Reef and Stranglethorn. Seriously?
Be good.
I probably don't do that, but I'll
Have a
grab
good
it for
one.
now. Buzzard
Be
wings.
good.
Okay. There's Power Stones. That's in
Keep it
Oldemon,
real.
right? After I told them the secret of the stones, they keep me out of Angor Fortress again, digging for more in Oldemon. I want those stones, bring both type. I think that's
Have
in
a good one.
Oldemon, so I might grab that after I complete some of this other one. I just have to kill a bunch of buzzards now. Let's go over the small stone shards over here first. What's this up here? Is this mithril? It's iron. And it's up there, so I don't care. Mizrael is difficult because of the large number of ads she spawns. Oh, are you talking about Princess? Talking about this Princess Elite quest that we got? Summoning the Princess, Shards of Mizrael. Okay. Large amount of ads. That does sound hard even for OP Warlock. So I probably want to get help if I do that quest eventually. True, Hunter, let's see. What's up, Sword Art? How are you doing? Shattered Necklace. I'm pretty sure both of those are Oldemon quests. Oh, okay. I need to kill these guys for their shards. So many rock elementals I gotta kill. Apparently, if you live in the Badlands and you're a dwarf or a gnome, you really hate rocks. Like, really hate them. Kill them all. Kill all of the rocks. Level 54 Troll Hunter just hanging out there. And I need 10 of these small stone shards. First 2 dropping none is not a good start. That's fine. Do the other ones down here drop them? Nope. Again, it's just these ones up here. Kill rocks, but only these very specific rocks, because I really hate this particular... F this particular rock in particular. Particularly particular. Those rock elementals look like the rock monster from Galaxy Quest. Oh yeah, yeah, true, they do. Hopefully it's better than those bog guys. Which bog guys? You mean the ones we fought earlier today that were stacked on top of each other in the Swamp of Sorrows, or something else? Yeah, there's one. 1 of 10. 1 of a million. Guess all rock elementals look the same. We are kind of rock. Okay, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say I shouldn't make jokes about racism. But if all rock elementals look the same, does that mean something? Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. The ones I was killing for the essay. Oh, the swamp. What were they called? Swamp corruptors or swamp elementals or something like that. Yeah, I don't think the drop rate's gonna be bad as that. Surely they wouldn't have a 3% drop rate on something that you need 10 of. Surely. Well, Rand, you underestimate the trilliness of classic WoW devs. Raucous, that's right, we're raucous. Which sounds like the word raucous, which is a word that means being very rowdy or loud or something. Which we also are that. I heard a ruckus. A ruckus. Don't be so raucous. While making a ruckus. For the amount of pixels you take on screen, I'd say you are rowdy as hell. True. We are a tiny little gnome. It's funny when I upload these videos to YouTube, and YouTube always gives you a couple of thumbnails to choose from, and it's because I play with my screen zoomed out so far. It's always really hard to see anything interesting on screen. Like if I played like this, it'd probably look more interesting. But playing like this is how you die when some elite monster shows up from right behind while you are super zoomed in on your screen. So sadly, I have to play min-maxy instead of look goody. Okay, so the rock elementals don't drop these things. Only the lesser rock elementals. Oh, is there a mithril up here? Okay, I will fight some guys for mithril if I need to. I will fight for mithril. For mining training. Alright, still only got 1 out of like 10 kills so far. Not great, not great. Could you describe the ruckus? It was raucous. Done by some raucous people. Wasn't there a dungeon where gnomes had to be careful of not drowning in puddles? I don't know. I don't remember that. There might have been. I know that in Gnomeragon there is an area with like these little pools of green acid. Or some sort of green liquid. I wonder if it's Gnomeragon. Which would be weird if Gnomeragon was the zone where gnomes could drown in a puddle, since it's their home city. You might be right, but I don't remember. Could also be Zul'Farrak. I think Zul'Farrak might have some pools. I know it has that one pool where Gazra Law spawns. But that's like a pool that's really deep that he climbs out of, so I don't know. I have no memory of this place, to quote Gandalf the Grey. This place that you speak of, I have no memory of it. Okay, I do want giant buzzards. I do need to kill them for their wings and gizzards. You can't recall. When you used to play during the Burning Crusade days, you were a horde, huh? Can anyone name another IP that has different looking rock elementals than the standard boulders glued together? Maybe Dragon's Dogma 2 that just came out does? I don't know, I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of crazy different types of enemies in that. Or maybe there's some different looking ones in Dragon's Dogma IP. And if there's ever a game, an IP that's going to have weird looking enemies, it would be the Dark Souls or Elden Ring From Software IP, so maybe one of those does. Now we're just poaching. True, poaching. Is it poaching when I'm killing elementals, though? I'm casting magic on animated rocks. I feel like if there's one thing you couldn't get mad about me killing, it's sentient earth matter. Although I guess you could say I hate Captain Planet or something if I'm attacking earth elementals. It depends. You'll find a way. Probably will find a way to get mad about me killing these elementals. God, I still only found one of these shards. Jeez, game. Jeez. Interesting. Another IP with rock elementals that don't look like rocks glued together. I mean, how do you make a rock elemental that doesn't look like rocks glued together? Because if it's a rock elemental, it's made of rocks. And how do you make a rock look like something that's not rocks glued together? I don't know. What about the never-ending story rock guy? They look like strong hands. Isn't that guy some sort of rock elemental? He doesn't quite look like glued together rocks. There's my submission. Whatever that guy's name is from the never-ending story, he's my submission for a non-rock glued together looking earth elemental. I'm not mad, it's just the way it's meant to be played, quoting arrogant NVIDIA splash pics. Okay. Not sure if I know that reference. Hey, we have 2 of the shards. Damn, now this hunter is attacking the enemies we need for our quest. Not great. I hope I don't have to compete with this hunter. You actually literally just gonna say the same rock dude taters? Nice, nice. Yeah. I gotta compete for quest mobs now. No, they were already not dropping the things I need, and now yeah, and now he's gonna... This sucks, man. This sucks. Competing for quest mobs. Especially competing for quest mobs that don't drop the things you need very often. One of the worst things about vanilla classic WoW. Come on, dude. Why is a level 54 killing level 38s? Like, seriously. Level 54. Why? Why are you killing level 38s? Go fight the ones that are not the lessers. Maybe he has the same quest, actually. He might just have the same quest, which would be weird to be doing a quest at level 54 to kill level 39s. I'm gonna just say he's a coward. Cowardly troll. Must fight enemies 14 levels lower than him. Because he's so cowardly. Sorcerer bracelets of Shadow Wrath. Wow, that might actually be useful for me since I use shadow spells. Bring him a little bit closer over here. Usually most games have him be a humanoid or quadrupedal, that's a hard to say word, figure made out of crude rocks. That damn movie was so traumatizing to 8-year-old you. Yeah, Never-Ending Story, that is definitely a trauma-inducing movie. No Artax! Dying horse. what a traumatic movie. You'd kill all the low-level schmucks purely out of spite, huh? Well, it's just a waste of time. I mean, if this guy's farming these guys for money, go farm the higher level ones. Although maybe he kills them quicker, so he wants to kill as fast as possible, but still. I stick by my troll hunter is a cowardly guy fighting 15 mobs 15 levels below them. Stinks. Oh, you're saying he's being an actual troll, stealing all the mobs. An actual troll, stealing the mobs from the lower level people. Yeah, he is being kind of an actual a troll to do that. What would be to steal kills from low level players, force them to go beat higher level ones, and potentially get wrecked? Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're doing in a game, get a life. Seriously, people who do that kind of trolling in video games, to me, are the worst kind of no-life neckbeards. And I try to not make fun of nerds, but if your idea of a good time is making other people's player experience worse by doing shit to annoy them, you're the lowest level of gamer. Lowest level of gamer. Yeah, just griefers in general, yeah. Oh my god, I still only have 3 of these damn things. Competing with this hunter. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to come back right now if this hunter's gonna keep killing these things. Thank you, gamer. Sadly, the net is full as those a-holes, probably why you don't play MMOs too much. I mean, most MMOs have some sort of design that can limit that to some point. It's not usually a huge issue in most MMOs I've played, but yeah, it can be a thing you have to deal with. I guess I'll go mine this iron. Like, I got nothing else to do. The elementals are all dead. Is it inside this cave? Yes, it is. Evil finds a way to quote minion overlord. Okay, I don't know who the minion overlord is. Like from the movie Despicable Me, those minions? And I will say, if there's one thing I'm worried about, I always keep coming back to it. Every time I play WoW, it makes me think of the MMO I'm actually really excited for coming out, Ashes of Creation. If there's one thing I'm worried about that game, it's the fact that it's going to be a PvP always-on MMO, which I don't like, but they're supposedly going to have a corruption system where if you grief, kill somebody who doesn't fight back, you get like a faction thing that goes lower and lower, where eventually you will get a bounty on your head, so that there will be basically punishment for doing that. But who knows how well that'll work. All right, good. These things have respawned. I don't see a hunter killing them, and I got a shard. All good things. Called just Overlord video game. Action role-playing video game. Overlord. Wow, that's old school. I don't know if I ever played that one. I feel like I played a game that was over something, maybe something of the Overlord or something, which was like Dungeon Overlord or something, where you are a dungeon master, but I think that might be different than that one. Yeah, kind of like Dungeon Keeper, maybe. But I thought there was one called Dungeon Overlord or something. I feel like there's been many iterations of that game, where you are the bad guy designing a dungeon to fight off, you know, the elves and dwarves and humans and things. People will want to intentionally get that bounty on themselves as a flex. Maybe, but some of the downsides of getting that bounty are that you're corpsably fully lootable and other things. I forget what the other things are, like losing experience and other important things you don't want to lose. So, hopefully it'll be a system that will discourage griefers, because that's the point of a system like that, but griefers will find a way. Intellect and spirit ring. Stamina and spirit rings I have. And 7 shadow spell damage, 23 armor. Stam, intellect, spirit. I feel like a lot of the problems with got another quest item. Old school WoW itemization is you often had to choose between stats that keep you alive and stats that give you damage. So I'm gonna have to keep going with the intellect and stamina rather than shadow damage. Green items. All I have to do is try to grab Bullfrog's Glory and remake Dungeon Keeper. Yeah. There are plenty of failed attempts at making It's Good to Be Bad motto live again. Yeah. Alright, how many? We are halfway done on this quest. Nice. Hey, okay. Not too shabby, actually getting some drops. That hunter left, and the quest items are dropping. Coincidence? Or was a hunter actively messing up my drops? It's like those ancient aliens that Ancient Aliens show on History Channel or whatever it is. Did the ancient humans just happen to build a bunch of rocks on the ground that looks like a modern day airport? I'll leave that up to you, but I'll just say aliens. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it was aliens. You know? I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, but there's a lot of conspiracies that make a lot of sense if you just think about it. All you gotta do is think about it. It's a shame that Dungeon Keeper doesn't have more games. The first Dungeon Keeper he played in 1998 was incredible, and it's enjoyable to play even now. Yeah, that's definitely one of those classic games, that's for sure. Definitely a classic. I'm just asking the questions, but people want to shut me up because they don't like the questions I'm asking. No, people want you to shut up because it's really annoying. But yeah, it's probably because you're unlocking government secrets from Area 51. It's probably that, not because you're really annoying. I'm pretty sure there's a Reddit for like UFO sightings and stuff. And it's like, now that AI can make such believable pictures of so many things, it's like, how can anybody ever believe anything they see ever on any like conspiracy website anymore? It's like, this fuzzy picture of a UFO. Well, let's just make one that's in Ultra HD that looks perfectly crisp using AI, and nobody will ever be able to tell the difference if it's real or fake. It's now everybody can look at this picture and be like, okay, now I gotta figure out if this is computer generated, AI, real photo taken. Oh my god. A conspiracy theorist field day or something. I saw the flying saucer guys, I swear, on the box of beers I chugged that day. I even captured it on my smartphone. I mean, smartphones, they got that good. They got that 1440p resolution. iPhone 50 bajillion pixels. more clear than real life. Alright. Well, they were dropping these shards for a bit. Only 2 more we need. Ramses with 51 months. P resolution. Okay. What's up, sir? Hope you're doing well, my friend. 51 months. Just over 4 years. And a couple of 4+ year subs there. That's awesome. Super double ultra realistic. Resolution and processing power on smartphones nowadays is holy shiz nice. Yes, it is. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We can have more processing power and resolution in our pocket than we could just 5 years ago on our giant $2,000 PCs. It's crazy. It is crazy, man. Technology, mirrors and magnets, how do they work? Nobody even knows. I see a mithril deposit. Let's go grab it. Magnets and mirrors and combustion engines. Nobody knows. They just appear. They just appear. Nobody can figure it out. Mithril. There's the mithril. Soon nobody will know at all. It'll all be made by AI slaves until they rebel. And then we'll have iRobot movie in real life or something. It'll be great. Be great. Till we're all dead. The people with the ancient alien guy is not that they are annoying, is that they are shredding literal Nazi lies. Like ancient Egyptians could not possibly build pyramids because they would mean that brown people are capable of building impressive civilizations. Yikes. Whoa, I haven't heard that take on it. Holy crap. That's not the take I've ever heard, that it's a Nazi racist thing. God, I have not heard that take on it. If that's the undertones, then yeah, that's kind of insane. Yeah, that I was not expecting that to go that direction. And I have not heard that take on it, so I'm not a fan of that one.
I can't attack that target.
As long as it's not Terminator Genesis movie IRL. Okay, alright. That one was shite. As long as it's an AI taking over the world and it's a good story, then it's okay if it kills all humanity. If it's a bad story, then what's even the point? You know? No aliens would want to watch that story. Alright, one more of these. As long as a good story for the aliens, the ancient aliens to watch and check out, it's fine. There it is, okay. How are we doing on time? Alright, we could probably do another quest or two before I need to end today. Ah, dude, I need these. Oh, good. Good, he killed that mechanical thing. Good, I'm glad you killed that NPC so I can kill you and take your quest items. Funny. I thought that was like an NPC guard fighting that, and it was just that little robot pet thing they have. That's funny. What do we got? Physical damage increased by 9. Taken. Not great. And no quest items.
Can I help you? You have a great day now. Be seeing you.
3 large stone slabs.
Off and away.
That's now from the large stone guys, okay? Man, we are going on a stone and rock elemental murder spree today. I really hate these elementals here. Did rock elementals kill your mother and your entire family? Because otherwise, I don't know why I'm going on a murder spree of these things. I need to look at my YouTube shorts because I think my most watched YouTube short might actually be the one where it was the TLDR of what MMORPGs are. Of it being homeless people going around killing other people because non-homeless people tell them to. I've been every day I'm surprised about some random comments of people talking about that or responding to that YouTube short. Like, nice, I got a YouTube short with some traction. That's not FTL related. Just murder hoboing, recuperating from yesterday's torture session. It's a totally reasonable occupation that nobody should have any problems with at all. Alright, do these guys just drop these 100% of the time? That'd be nice for once. That's 2 for 2 so far. Good sign. Maybe they finally are like, okay, he's killed enough rock elementals. Let's not have a 0.005% drop rating on the quest items finally. I'm so stressed out. Have you tried murder hoboing to de-stress? What is that? Well, you leave your house because screw the man, and then you just start murdering people depending on when other people ask you to murder hobo. Sounds illegal. Yeah, you should go to jail for it, but it's really good for stress levels. It's really good for stress levels. Like, I haven't had a panic attack in weeks since I started murder hoboing. It's great. Do have visions of murdering all the time, but that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. But a little bit of stress, ugh, can't handle it. Can't handle it. Okay, Patrick Bateman. Was Patrick Bateman... What was he? Was he like Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy or something? Or is that the guy from Psycho? Or something else? It's American Psycho. Okay, yeah. You have visions of hoboing all the time.
My, you're a tall
Visions
one.
of sugar plums murder hoboing in my head.
You have a great day now. Alrighty then. Be seeing you.
5 bracers of rock binding.
Off
Where are
and
these
away.
guys? Oh my gosh. More elementals to murder hobo. Never ending. How's my inventory space? Not great. It's fine. It's fine. As long as it's only these rock bracers and random buzzards I gotta kill. I've never seen American Psycho, but I have seen movies that talk about American Psycho. Because it's apparently like a cult classic now. Oh, here we go. This is probably the best place to do this quest. And there's 2 little bags by it, I guess, to show this place. I guess that's the one that put Chris, what's his face, on the map, right? Or Christopher, whatever his name is. We must be building houses from all those rock elementals. I feel like we need some cat choirs or maybe dwarves with miniguns in our schedule for us a bit to recover from mental bruises FTL gave us, huh? Well, WoW is my de-stressing, so it'll depend on my FTL days, honestly. I'm planning on the next couple of weeks taking like a half a week to go visit my brother just to not stream for 4 or 5 days as kind of a recovery from FTL shenanigans lately. But it has to be after this week because, you know, I have too much singing to do this week to go out of town. So I was thinking about doing it next week. I might do the following week, depending on if the girl I've been talking to I can actually get to nail down a time to go out on a date. So Christian Bale, that's the name. It's like Christopher, something with Chris. Christian Bale, that's the one. That's the one. Nice. These guys are dropping quest items much better than those darn elementals I've had to murder hobo so hard. Nail down, you sly dog. That totally sounded interesting out of context. Well, I guess you weren't here Monday. Yeah, I've been chatting with a girl that I met through that I haven't actually physically met, but chatting with through a dating website. That we were supposed to go play pickleball yesterday, or today. No, it was yesterday, or next Wednesday. I can't remember, but pickleball is apparently like the fastest growing sport in the U.S. or something, and the place where the courts are like all reserved. And now I'm trying to just, okay, we can't do that. Let's go just meet and chat over dinner sometime. Like, yeah, that'll be cool. But she does not respond very quickly to messages at all. There's some people that apparently don't just have their phone at their sides to answer texts and emails instantly, like I and all my singer friends seem to do, so. Oh, you were here for that, okay. But yes, I'm still hoping to go on a date with the same girl. Still hoping for that. All he has to do now is send her money for a plane ticket. Plane ticket. No, she doesn't live in another country or anything. She lives in Dallas area like me, thankfully. Are you making the joke about mail order bride? No, I'm not doing that. But thanks for having so much confidence in my ability to find female companionship, I guess. Although, low confidence based on my track record would not be misplaced. Is there a more unlikely name for a popular sport than pickleball? I don't know. It looks fun, and yeah, it looks ridiculous. And the place I was trying to reserve a court sounds even more ridiculous. Guess what it's called? I won't let you guess. You won't guess it. It's called Chicken and Pickle. Chicken and Pickle. And apparently Chicken and Pickle is so popular that I couldn't reserve a pickleball court a week in advance on a Wednesday night. Strangely enough. datamurderhobo.com. That's right. We wholeheartedly support your drive to nail your date. Okay. Not what I'm going for on the first date, but thanks for the vote of confidence and encouragement. Appreciate it. It's a joke about scammers. Oh, that's true. True. There are a lot of scammers on dating websites. You are not wrong about that. We have several of those Chicken and Pickles in Kansas City. Always busy. Yeah. Well, I've never seen them. She's the one who told me about it. Says she drives by it all the time. Has been wanting to check it out. And I was like, well, I've been wanting to play pickleball, so let's do it. But then it was so busy I couldn't get a reservation. Maybe if we have a second date, we can plan it more in advance and I can actually find a time when that's free to do. Chicken and pickle sounds like KFC with pickles on the side. Yeah, it does. Tried to word it with as much double meaning as possible. Congratulations, your double entendre was quite successful. Or triple entendre, or however many tendres you doubled. Up for interpretation, giggity. Well done, well done. All the high school seniors in chat are very appreciative of your amazing humor. And on Twitch, high school boy humor is probably most popular humor. I definitely make use of it many times. I think there's like 4 or 5 different of these chicken and pickle places all around Dallas, so eventually I do want to actually check it out. But pickleball is definitely something you can't really play by yourself. Since it's like tennis, you need to hit a ball back and forth over a net. And doing that with yourself would be very difficult. Pickleball places is what French restaurants used to be, huh? Gotta reserve months ahead. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. That's right. Okay.
I need a target.
Trying to not steal this paladin's mobs. Trying to not be like that troll hunter stealing all my quest mobs. There's enough to share. But yeah, I was talking to a guy at my church job whose his day job is he's a high school tennis coach. And I mentioned that I was like, yeah, I'm trying to set up a date to go do pickleball. He's like, oh god, pickleball. Apparently apparently if you are a tennis player, you probably hear all about pickleball. It's probably, if you're a tennis player, like, oh god, pickleball, the I don't know how to play tennis, so I'm gonna play fake tennis sport. This is what pickleball looks like to me. I'm not in shape or skilled enough to play actual tennis, so I will play this smaller, easier version of tennis. He wasn't that dismissive of it, but that's kind of my feeling of what like pro tennis players would think about pickleball. We feel embarrassment if she beats you in a game. I wouldn't feel embarrassment. I would be like low grade what I am in FTL, where I'm like, I want to win. Like, I am really competitive. I will hopefully not be like, who's that? What's the character in Dumb and Dumber where he's pushes her head down in the snow? And it's like he's trying to fight her, and she's just having a good time. But he's all like, "Come on, come on! I'll beat you in this snowball throwing competition." Hopefully, I won't be like that. But I'm very competitive. Like, if we played ping pong, I would be. I mean, it's why I rage so hard at FTL. I'm stupidly competitive. Yeah, Harry from Dumb and Dumber. Hopefully I won't be at that level, but I will be pretty competitive trying to play well. So, pickleball is the new Dorsia. I don't know what that is. It's an American Psycho reference. Okay. You thought badminton is the soft version of tennis? I guess there's a lot of soft versions of tennis then, because you could also say ping pong or table tennis could also be a soft version of tennis, if you want to describe it that way.
I can't pass that yet. That's still recharging.
Pastoran flies in every time his date tries to score a point. American football, just wussy rugby. Yeah, there you go. No, I probably wouldn't be that competitive because it would be just for fun and hanging out. But when I play games, I'm trying to always be as successful as possible. My mom was very competitive, and I think I got that from her. She didn't play video games, but my God, you get her in a game of Boggle or Scrabble, and she's gonna cutthroat. She's gonna win. She's gonna win at any cost. Success in this case is having a good day? Well, yes, and that's what I hope will happen. I'm being a little facetious when I say I'm going to be like overly competitive, but I wouldn't be upset if she scores, and I wouldn't be upset if she wins. But I would be trying my best to tie or win, because I am that competitive. Even if I should let somebody win for more success at life, I would have a hard time throwing the game on purpose. Because I want to win. That's just how I am. We also say you shouldn't swear a lot when you start FTL and run it in a calm state of mind. We all know how that turns out. True. See how ping pong pros can assault you with that little ball by hitting it at the speed of light? Wouldn't call that a softer version of tennis. Well, there's probably people who are that good at pickleball, too. It's a newer sport, so I don't know if there's... I know there are leagues for it. I don't know if there are pro pickleball players yet. But I'm sure if it's like any other sport that gets popular enough, people will get insanely good and start pro leagues and stuff. Inside, I will be raging, though. True, I might be. No, not really. I'm really not that bad in real life, chat. I know you see me at my ragiest when I play FTL. I'm not really like that in real life. Except if I'm driving. Except if I'm driving in Dallas traffic. I promise I'm not actually that ragey in real life.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh god, I actually am just out of inventory space. Goodness.
I can't pass that yet.
Alright, what do I chunk out of my inventory here? A single... Wait, do I have any meat that I would just normally eat, or did I sell that earlier? Alright, mystery meat I'm pretty sure sells for next to nothing. Let's just do that. In heat of battle, swear missiles will soar. Yes, they will. Excuses, excuses. Don't worry, we love you as is. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, let's turn in a couple quests, and I think... if I don't get any more, like, super... easy, quick, efficient quests to pick up, I think I might call it a day early. So I can get some stuff done and rest my voice before... Was there an elite guy? I thought I saw an elite for my rehearsal tonight. Are we around the same age? Actually, it's funny. If her age is correct on the dating app we first met on, she's like 9 years younger than me. So she's younger than most people that I've, you know,
I need to get close.
gone on a date with. So who knows if the compatibility will be there, but you know, you won't know unless you go on a date. That would scare you? I mean... why would that scare you? You're 7 years older than your girlfriend? It doesn't scare me because my mom is 7 years younger than my dad. So, like, I grew up with parents that were pretty far separated in age. And I feel like the older you get, the bigger the age gap matters less. Now, I'm not going to say I want to be a 60-year-old dating a 20-year-old, but, like, it's within 10 years, and she's not 10 years older than me. I'm kind of cool with it.
Hi, how are you? You have a great day now. Alrighty then.
Oh, and another quest. Stone is better than cloth.
Off and away.
Where's this? I have no idea where this quest is. Yeah. You got a point there. The older you get, the less it matters. Yeah. Like, you don't want to be dating somebody 10 years younger than you if you're 18, because that would be illegal. But if you're like 40 or 50 or 60, like 10 years is a lot less of a difference. Although I'll be honest, I've never dated anybody who's been more than 2 years older or younger than myself, so maybe it will be awkward, but I think it less depends on the age and more depends on what you have in common. Pie Boy is actually annoying his girlfriend maybe right now. Nice, nice. We were thinking of the age gap nowadays. Seems like it would be an issue. Yeah, to me, it's just like FTL. I feel like it depends, you know? Depends on the people. Depends on many, many, many things. And it to me, it's not that big of a deal. It's more about our compatibility than it will be the age difference, I think. That's quest item. I didn't sell any other quest items.
Hurry back!
Okay.
Potential customer. Keep it real. Be
Okay.
good.
Power
Keep it
Stones is... Let me see if that's
Be
telling me to
good.
go to Oldemon. Okay, so that's telling me to fight the dwarves around Oldemon. So I actually can do that quest without going into Oldemon. I don't think I'm going to do it right now. Did you just sell food that gives you stats? I did. I did just sell food that gives me stats. Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream by going around doing a couple turn-ins here. There might be a quest or two I can pick up there. Although my quest log is basically full. Okay. Let me go do this supply crate thing and then start running for quest turn-ins. Start winding down here. Different interests and social circles and whatnot. Yeah, well, I guess my thing is I have no social circles, so my only social interactions are online and at my singing gigs. So I'll just, if we gel well, I'll join her social circles, you know? If she wants me to. And if she doesn't, I'll stay home and play video games. Like, I'm pretty easy. Pretty easy with the whole social circles thing when you don't actually have any social circles. Burger is ultimate sugar daddy. There you go. But yes, if I was involved in more social things, maybe I'd be worried that, you know, her friends won't gel with my friends. Don't worry, I don't have any real friends. They're all fake ones on the internet. So nothing to worry about there. I obviously can hold a conversation, that's half the battle. Yeah, like I feel like if I weren't so introverted and just addicted to staying home playing video games all the time, I would be very social. Even though I need to regen because of my introvertedness and the exhaustion I get from interacting with people, I'm usually pretty comfortable with talking and hanging out with people. I don't have an issue unless there's some really weird disconnect between me and the person I'm trying to interact with. I'm pretty flexible with getting along with most people. It's just, I would rather be playing video games at home than interacting with real people. Now we're hurt because I called you all fake. What, you're real? I thought you were all just voices in my head that I talk to all the time. Your friend's been telling you they are thinking about playing Elden Ring. Ooh, nice. Okay, where does that quest turn in go? Oh, back down there again, okay. I should have grabbed that earlier. Oh well. It's fine, I'm also fake. And a sellout. True, true. Sellout, fake, murder hoboing, what other things do you call people on the internet? Boomer. Sellout, fake, boomer. Don't believe anything I say. I'm just trying to sell all of my ad revenue to all of you people on the internet that are fake and not real robots. Troll, fake gamer, there you go. All those things. Right, do I have any... Wait, there's quests inside of there? I don't have any quest space to grab these quests. Okay. I think... Oh, that's an entrance to Oldemon, isn't it? That's like a back entrance to Oldemon, if I remember correctly. Platinum disc, shattered necklace, platinum disc... Yeah, so that's just another way into Oldemon. I always forget about that. I might still need to go in there at some point before going into Oldemon to pick up some quests, but I think I might be able to get them in different places. Like, those are quests you can get from killing mobs or something. No, I'm not fake. I let ChatGPT write my comments.
Safe travels.
7 pieces of scrap metal. Alright, that will be next time we play. Next time we play, I'm going to try to get Oldemon quest going. And maybe get an Oldemon group on Friday, maybe, depending on how long it takes us to get a group, and the fact that Friday is my concert and I need to end even earlier, potentially. Does mining give you passive stamina buff, or did it come in later expansion? There are no passive buffs from any sort of trade skills that I know about, Finally Flower. So if that exists, it was added after Classic. And I think after Burning Crusade, after Wrath of the Lich King, that sounds like a way later thing, like, I don't know, Shadowlands or maybe Dragonflight, I don't know. What's more nerve-wracking? Upcoming concert or upcoming date? Well, I'll be honest, with how many singing gigs I do, I don't get that nervous with performing on stage in front of people. The only time I'm a little nervous is if I have a memorized solo that's in another language. Because then I'm just worried I'm going to screw up the words. And then it's not that big a deal because nobody in America is going to understand if I mess up Italian words anyway. So, and I don't have gigs that require that often. So singing gigs are kind of just whatever to me. I do have some solo stuff in this, but it's going to be pretty easy, and we have rehearsals, so it's going to be fine. So the date would definitely be more nerve-wracking, because it's also more socially demanding. Like, I have to think of things to talk about that are interesting. I need to be interesting. I need to find out what she finds interesting and talk about those things. I need to hopefully not be completely uninterested in anything that she's interested in. You know, it's like, that's definitely more exhausting, I would say. At least to me.
Watch your back.
Stone urns. Alright, so more Oldemon quests there. But you know, singing some Handel Messiah in front of an audience, that's... I've done that so many times that I'm more scared of a date than that, for sure. Does that sound conceited? Ah, I could sing a solo in front of so many people. It's so easy. I don't know if it sounds conceited. It's just, you know, it's what I do. It's like you watch interviews with, like, how did it feel being in a movie with Tom Cruise? It's like, well, I mean, he's cool and all. We chatted, we hung out. It's like, wow, wasn't it amazing? I mean, it's a little annoying sometimes, but it's cool, you know. Like when you do something enough, it becomes old hat, right? Already now, any hobbies except wanting to play pickleball. What? What? I don't understand that question, Ramses. Am I asking about new hobbies that potential date would be interested in? I don't know yet because we haven't talked that much. Got a scoot? All right, you have a great night, Taters. See you next time. Just being honest, yeah. And I will say, interacting with so many different types of people on Twitch probably has made me even more comfortable with talking to whoever. Like, one of the things I love about Twitch, and also one of the things that can be really annoying about Twitch, is I interact with people on Twitch I would never interact with in real life. Whether it's because it's another part of the world, they have a different lifestyle than I do, whatever it is. So I feel pretty well equipped to just hang out and chat with just the different kind of people. I do have the option to interact and chat with. Okay, I think most of the other turn-ins I have are like, yeah, up in Hinterlands, which I got to make a long run. I got to take the boat over across to Theramore Isle. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on a flight path and call it a stream. And I will do some off-stream stuff that's boring, like, you know, walking simulator, turning in quests and stuff. So where's my... I'm still bound in Booty Bay. You know what? I'm actually going to bind in this inn right here since it's right next to Oldemon. Not Oldemon. Badlands. Streaming did the same thing for you as well, Burger? Yeah, it's. I think that's one of the best things about streaming. Is just, you know, it's cool. You get to play video games all day. It's cool. But what's really cool is you get to talk to people who are from Russia or Mexico or the UK hanging out in your stream all the time. It's all super cool. Definitely a lot of fun to encounter different peeps from all over the world in things like Discord or Twitch. It definitely is.
Talk to me. But
my friends, I know it's about 2 hours earlier than I normally end, but I am going to call a day there so I can get ready for my rehearsal tonight and rest my voice. So thank you all for watching. If there's anybody new to the stream, as I always say, I hope you had a good time. Hit the follow, come join us again. I think I will stream on Friday. I will stream tomorrow, FTL Harbor No Pause, 1 run. That will probably take me 2 to 3 hours if I don't rage quit. And then rest my voice for rehearsal. And then Friday, I'll probably stream for 2 to 3 hours in WoW before ending to rest my voice for my Friday night gig. So, as always, you all are amazing. You all make this fun, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night. So until next time, peace out, happy gaming, enjoy the sea shanty. I will see you all tomorrow or whenever. Y'all rock.
Watch your
Happy WoW flying or FTL gaming. Y'all see y'all next time, my friends.